Hey guys, welcome to Performance Cars. So today I have a Honda Integra Type R DC5. Now this is Andy's daily. It does have a few scratches and a few bumps here and there, so don't expect it to be perfect, but I wanted to review a more or less standard DC5. Now usually people do only want me to review their car when certain modifications has been done, but he has kindly let me do a review on his car today. So let's go take a look around. This DC5 Type R has more or less been in the UK all his life, and I love the shape of this car. It's really sporty, two-door coupe, really nice. So this is finished in championship white, and the headlights unfortunately has started to turn yellow. So Andy has started sorting this out, but he's yet to finish this, so I'm pretty sure it will look amazing once done. We have the standard DC5 Type R front bumper with the lower splitter and the red Honda badge in front of the grille. Now down to the side we have Wed Sport alloy wheels wrapped in 215/45 tyres. Now this is the daily, so there's nothing special, but we have the standard 4-pot Brembo calipers. The discs have been changed to dimple and groove, and we have OEM Honda pads. M3 style mirrors, genuine Honda wind deflectors, and this is the C-Pack, so we have tints on the rear 3 windows and a rear wiper blade. The spoiler isn't too huge, it does go with the car really well, and I really like it. The badge that usually goes here that says Integra Type R has been removed, but we still have the Integra on the left and the Type R badge on the right. The exhaust is a Fujitsu RM01A. Now these are quite quiet, but it still sounds really awesome. Onto the interior, this is the full black theme with just red stitching on the seats and the gear gaiter, and of course on the R badge. So the door card itself, pretty much standard. I do like how there's a double pocket here. Steering wheel has been changed to a Momo race one, and the dials, I really like these, how they're all separate and individual. We also have an oil pressure gauge on here, and hidden in this little pocket is a water temperature gauge, so that's quite nice. You can close it and hide it away. Aluminium pedals as standard with the black mats rather than the red theme, which a lot of Integra Type R DC5s have, but tend to get dirty and is quite visible. You have your Integra Type R badge there by the gear knob. Center console, the heater controls are at the top with a double din TFT screen. Passenger side is pretty much basic. And into the rear seats, there's a little bit of space for 2 passengers. It can get quite cramped, as you guys can see there, for leg room, but you do get some side storages for your drinks. And onto the engine bay, we have Honda's well-known K28 engine. Now this is pushing out about 215 to 217 brake horsepower on the DC5 Type R, and it's pretty much standard. We just have a Mugen oil cap, the Fujitsu RM01A backbox, and just some heat barrier tape on the air filter housing. So this is more or less standard all round. Suspension standard, brakes are just a little bit upgraded, but this is why I wanted to review a more or less stock DC5. And into the rear trunk, we do have quite a bit of space considering this 2-door coupe style. Subwoofer has been installed as the owner enjoys his music. We do have a light here, and underneath this carpet we have the spare wheel, and it's pretty much clean down there. So DC5 Integra Type R, there's the VTEC, pulls so nicely. So these tyres, they are the daily ones. I'm not expecting a lot of grip, but We're just going to go around this corner and see how it does. Definitely needs upgrading if he was going to go on track or anything like that. The back end did step out a bit as well. We have the LSD as standard in the gearbox, and you can tell that definitely helps with the handling. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if he has nicer tyres like 8008Rs, it'll handle really well. The seating position in this DC5 is really good. I love it. It's very similar to the DC2 and the EK9, whereas if you compare it to the EP3 and the FD2, in those two cars you are sitting pretty much higher. And this one, the dash is more or less flat. There's nothing special in here. It's pretty much a race car style. The seats in here as well, they are really body hugging. Similar to the DC2 ones, but these ones are slightly wider and you don't sit as deep inside the seat itself. The gear shifter nicely placed, and with this lower seat rail from Buddy Club, I can even rest my arm on the handbrake. The steering wheel itself is being changed from the original one. I do love the original Momo Honda steering wheel. That was more or less perfect from the beginning. But with this Momo race one, it brings the steering wheel slightly closer to the stalks. Sometimes I do hit it with my knuckles, so it's a bit annoying, but you can sort this out with maybe a Boss. The clutch itself in here is standard and it's really light. It goes into gear nicely as well, and as soon as you step on it, we're at 4,000 RPM, 4.5 VTEC. Very responsive, and this is a standard car, don't forget about that. And the exhaust itself, the Fujitsu RM01A, as expected, gives a nice deep growl, but is not loud at all. It's really easy to live with. Anything louder and I'm pretty sure it will rattle and it will just make you go deaf. The controls in here are easily reachable. Most of them are pointed towards the driver, and we also have two cup holders in the middle, which is very handy. So the oil pressure gauge and the water temperature hidden down there really does help with the driver keeping an eye on the car itself, and it's definitely handy having those two gauges. And as with most Type R dials, these light up reddish orange, and we also have HIDs. And that spoiler is pretty big at the back, but I can still see out of it. Now, whilst I was on my trip to Hong Kong, I did meet a few owners of the DC5. They then changed to the FD2, but they still came back to the DC5 at the end of the day. That is because they love the driving position as well as the style of the car. And the two-door coupe, it does look really good. This was also used in the BTCC as well as the World Touring Car Championship, so it's definitely good for a reason. And this VTEC, still at 5,800, pulls so nicely all the way up to about 8.4. Unfortunately, the mirrors have been changed to these M3 style ones. The previous original ones were fold-in, which was part of the C-Pack, and this was done by the previous owner. They are pretty small. It is quite hard to look out of them, but it's quite hard to source an original item. The car does pick up power easily. It has started to rain, so we're getting a bit of wheel spin. Second gear, 4.5. I love these K20A engines. So we just give the heel and toe a quick try, pick up a bit of speed, second gear, third gear, onto the brakes. Really easily done. The brake pedal has a good amount of pressure as well, and that's from standard pads. And the pedals themselves, they are spaced very similar to the S2000. But a quick stamp on them. ABS kicked in straight away. It is raining outside. We do have budget tyres, but it still stops pretty well. So this Integra Type R DC5 weighs in at 1,245 kilograms, 2,747 pounds. So guys, the weather has decided to start raining and it's horrible. But I want to say a big thank you to Andy today for letting me drive his daily DC5. Yeah, we're getting lots of understeer and wheel spin as well. So yeah, unfortunately I can't do any more filming for you guys. This car really is amazing. I love the style of the car, I love the seating position, and I love the engine. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Take care, drive safely, and I'll see you guys soon. What's up guys, welcome to Performance Cars. So today I have a product review for you. This is the Michelin High Power Rapid Tire Inflator.